Welcome to Creating AI Stuff. If you want to know how to turn a script into a video using the AI video generator Fliki, then this video is for you. If you want to try out Fliki, you can get 5 minutes a month for free. There's a link in the description box and in the top of the comments. After you log in, you're going to click on the script box and you're going to paste your script here. After you've pasted your script into the script box, you want to make sure that it is a clean script, that it doesn't have anything that you don't want it to, like emojis, scene descriptions, anything that is not necessary to the script for the video to be generated. Also here in the script box, you are going to add your line breaks. Each sentence is going to be its own image, and depending on the length of the scene, Fliki will generate 1, 2, or 3 or more images for that scene. Now, if you had an entire paragraph, that whole paragraph is going to be one scene. You break it up so that you have more images. So if you wanted this whole paragraph to be one image, because sometimes it is one image and sometimes it could be more for a bigger paragraph, you would leave it like that. If you wanted a sentence to have its own image, you would put a line break, even if it's in the middle of a sentence. Like, his legacy is not carved into paper or portraits. You could take that out, and then you could, in the middle of a sentence, add a line break and a space, put his into the memory of his people, and that will give it its own image. So after you've went through your script, you hit next, and we're on step 2, where you'll choose your aspect ratio. And if you decide to use a template, it's right there. Hit skip. Then we choose our language, our media, our voiceover. This voiceover block is new to this step. It's just been recently added not too long ago, but it's always been available in the video. If it gives you a name here and you go ahead and hit submit, that's fine. When you get into the video, you can change the voiceover there. When we're done here, we'll hit submit. And our video has generated. So here in the common scene is where you'll find your background audio. You can click on layer. If you have a watermark or a logo, you can add it here. If you add background audio or media or a shape, it's going to open another block. And then you can choose from the stock, or if you have your own music or sound effects, you could add it here. If you're going to change the music, you can put some keywords in. If you look here, here are some keywords that you can use if you decide you like that kind of music and you want to hear more music like that. You can listen to them. If you want to add sound effects, you click on there and you can add sound effects. If you're ready to change something, you just click on it and then it will change here in the block. If you decide you don't want to change anything, just exit out of it. Also in the music selections, it tells you the length of the track. If you have a video and it is shorter than the length of the track, then the song will play over. Back on the editor page, everything that you see here under layer appears here. And when you get to scene 1 or 2 or 3, however many scenes you have, it will always appear here also. Here in scene 1, you'll find your voiceover. If you want to change the voice, you would click on the name. You'll be taken to the voice selection. You'll choose your language. Depending on the plan that you have will depend on the voices that you see or the categories. They have studio, ultra, and standard. You can listen to them.
Fliki helps you transform your ideas into...
Fliki helps you create audio and...
Fliki helps you create audio.
Fliki helps you create.
If you decide you want to change a voice, you would click on it, and then you would apply to all scenes and select. If you have a scene where you would want one voice for one scene and one voice for another, then when you get to that scene, you would choose your voice. You would not click apply to all scenes, and then you would hit select. Now here on the editor, you can also add scenes. By clicking the plus, you could add a blank scene, and it will organize the numbered scenes. You could delete the scene. You could add a scene using a template, and you would choose from your templates. If you wanted to move scenes, you could grab them by these little dots and just drag And then if you let it go, it will change the numbers. And in the scenes is also where we will change our images. We will get to that in a little while. Now, when the video finishes generating, it is going to start playing immediately, and I always stop it because before I watch the video, I like to change a few things. The first thing I like to do is make my file name the same as my video name. So to do that, I would click in scene 1, copy, and I would paste it here into the file name. That's good for SEO also. Then the next thing I like to do is create a title. You see over here on the image, on the first screen, we don't have a title. So to do that, you would click on Add Layer, click Text, you would copy the title, and paste it into the new text box. And now you have a title. There will be a default font, so I'll go over here to the font. You see we're in scene 1, so everything over here is going to be for scene 1. So we'll go to the font, we'll change the fonts. You've got a wide variety of fonts, and then I'll go to the captions and I'll change the font there. And then because I want my font for my captions to be the same across the entire video, I'm going to click Apply to All Scenes. Next, when my voiceover Bruce reads this title, I don't like for the captions to be on the first page. So to get rid of it, I would click on it, and then I would go over here and uncheck the subtitle. That would just be for the first scene. The captions will still appear in all the other scenes. And then before I go through the scenes to check the images, I'm going to change the font size on my title. It's right over here under the fonts, and you can just enlarge it or you can make it smaller. So remember back in the beginning of the video when we were in the script box, I had talked about line breaks and each line break having its own image. After I put my line breaks into my script, I ended up having 29 scenes. And I'm pretty satisfied with it because I like a lot of scenes that tell a great story. So I was going through my images and the first one that I spotted was on scene 7. So I'm going to go back up to the top. If I was watching the video and I had seen an image that I wanted to change, but it's still back up at the top, just click on the image and it's going to bring you to that scene. Now for scene 7, it has generated 3 images. Here in the text box, it tells you the length of the scene. And then here in the media boxes are the timing bars for those images and the length of the images. And then over here on the left in scene 7 is the animation and the timing for that media. So something else that Fliki has just recently added not too long ago is the highlighting of these words. So what they did is each sentence that is highlighted is for that image. So if we change images here, then this image was generated for leader chosen for his bravery, not his words. So that's something that could help you out if you went to an image generator and needed to know what particular scene you wanted to generate. So we're going to listen to scene 7.
Crazy Horse wasn't a chief. He didn't care about titles. He was a war leader, chosen for his bravery, not his words.
So when I watched this scene and I came across this image, I thought, it kind of doesn't make sense to me. But if you click on the image in the media box, it's going to open up and you can see the prompt. And the prompt says, a close-up shot of Crazy Horse, Native American, mid-30s, unknown height and build, embodies bravery and resistance. Hands calloused and strong holding. So the image is based on this prompt, which this prompt makes sense to this script for Fliki, but watching it, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So if I was fine with this image, I could just regenerate image. And if I decided I liked this image, then I would just click use this image. If I decide that I don't want to change the image at all, as long as I have not hit use this image, I could just exit out. I could also add my own image from an image generator that I've got from somewhere else. by clicking on My. I would choose the file. Once it uploaded here, I would just click on it and then hit select. Now I'm going to change this image. I just ended my OpenArt subscription. It was the image generator that I was trying out for the last month, and I haven't decided which new one I'm going to try. So instead of adding an image here, I'm just going to delete this image. So before I delete the image, take a look at the timings. The way the timings are lined up. I'm going to come over here, going to go to the little trash can and remove the layer. Now we have a blank image in between the images. So now I'm just going to use the timers to line the images up to where they meet. So let's play it back.
Crazy Horse wasn't a chief. He didn't care about titles. He was a war leader, chosen for his bravery, not his words.
And the scene started right where I wanted it. I wanted it to go to titles and then change to the next image.
Crazy Horse wasn't a chief. He didn't care about titles. He was a...
And it did it perfectly. The timers are also something you would use if you wanted to add an image in here, and then you would line the timers up with the timing of the images. You would click on Layer, you would click Media, and you would add your image. Also, while you're editing, if you've done something and you decide that you didn't want to do that and you want to get back to what was originally before it, you can come down here to the bottom of the video in the corner and you have an undo changes and a redo changes. So as far as consistent characters with Fliki, most of the time it's really good about it, and the other times it stays really close to the character that it started with. But if I have a video with a character that I want to be really consistent with without any noticeable changes, then I will just use an image generator and upload those images to Fliki and then use those. So for this video, Fliki has stayed pretty consistent, but there is a scene here where I'm looking at my character. He has a good build and he looks in his mid-30s. And in the next scene,
He believed true power.
he has a smaller build and he looks a little younger. So I want to change this image. So here I will go over to the scene. I will click on the media. I'll come here and I will regenerate the image. So I'm having a little trouble getting close to the images that are showing from before. And I looked at the prompt, and one thing in the prompt is that they're leaving out is this: Crazy Horse, Native American, mid-30s, unknown height and build. That is one thing you can add when you look at your other prompts to see what is in those prompts that may be missing in a prompt that you're trying to fix. So it took about 3 images to get the one that I decided on. This is the one I'm trying to stay close to.
He believed true power.
And this is the new image that I just replaced the other one with. Looks a little bit closer to what my character has been, so I'm going to stick with this one. I've gone through the rest of my video and the images look pretty good. There are a few more things I wanted to show you. In the images, when you get to the media picker, you can change your style, or you can turn an image into a video clip. Also, you can have AI generate you an image on its own. And then I wanted to show you over here in the captions, down below at the bottom, where it says display, you can display a word, a phrase, and then you can choose a bubble color or leave it like this. You can choose a sequence where every word he speaks, it turns a color, or you can do the whole phrase. Then we're going to download the video, start the export. We're good with it. We're satisfied with the video. We're in a queue. It doesn't take very long for the video to download, and you'll be notified by email also, but most of the time I just leave the screen up. And my video is ready for download, and we're done here. Thank you for watching Creating AI Stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. If you'd like to check out Fliki, there's a link in the description below and in the top of the comments. You can get 5 minutes a month for free, and it's enough to get you in there so you can check it out. And then afterwards, come back and leave me a comment and let me know what you think about it.